Hey guys, like my St. Patty's Day eyes. Um, anyways, this is going to be, um, I guess an important video. Um, so, sorry, my cat's meowing. I have crawfish in here, and she wants it. Anyways, so, St. Patty's Day, I went out with a couple of friends, which I already knew could have ended badly, or, taken a shot at my self-esteem, but I wasn't worried about it, really, at all, because I'm not gonna let people make me feel bad for doing something good. Um, but anyways, we get there, and I get a couple of stares, which is normal. That's what I've been getting all week. Actually, I've gotten a lot of rude comments that I could hear. I let it roll off my back. I've actually had some of my friends who did not appreciate it loudly make it known that it wasn't appropriate. Mainly in like the store, Walmart. At the gym, nobody really bothers me. I got a gym membership, but at the gym, no one really bothers me. They're there to work out. They leave me alone. They don't point or stare. I mean, if they do stare, if I look at them, they look away. So, which to me is still rude, but it's whatever. I'm sorry if there's a lot of interference with the sound on here. I have my fan on, so I know it can make that swishing noise, wishing, whatever. Whoosh. Anyways, so I go to the bathroom with my friend, and I'm standing in line, and these girls walk in, and I look at them, and they were like taken aback, and they were standing next to me. They were like, I saw boobs, so it's okay, and they were laughing, like, I guess they thought I was a man, although I clearly have boobs, and I clearly have makeup and glasses, and I don't think I look manly. Now, if I didn't have my makeup on, I would look pretty manly. I look manly without makeup on, even when my hair's long. I have dominant features, I guess. So, that, I was like, whatever, girls are stupid. To be quite honest, bitches are stupid. I'm not worried about it. Let it roll off my back. I don't need their approval. And then a couple of people who I didn't want to run into were there. I wouldn't want to run into them on a daily basis. And of course, they're staring and mumbling and whatever. Still didn't bother me. I don't care. I'm not there for them. And they don't matter. Well, I got my crawfish, which is right here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, me gusta. Okay. So, sorry, there's a lot of crap on my bed. So I go get my crawfish right before, because we were about to leave. I was just going to eat when we were going to leave. We'd already been there like 2 or 3 hours. And I didn't drink, just in case you were wondering. I had a beer. So I was eating my crawfish. The group that I was with, which was a pretty big group, it was my husband's 2 best friends, and then my best friend and another one of my really good friends, and then their family, and their friends, which are also my friends. So it was a fairly big group of people. And I was eating my crawfish, and we were at tables. Well, all of a sudden I hear my friend yelling, the girl, and really loud. And her mom's trying to calm her down, I guess, to make her stop. And then I see everybody from that group getting onto these guys that are at the table, and I guess, like, they were gonna fight. And I had no clue what was going on, so I just sat there and I kept eating my crawfish, but at the same time I was trying to move to see what was going on. Okay, I thought they were talking about my friend, so I was gonna get in a fight for her. I know that's stupid, but, it's guys, and I don't want her to get hurt, or any of them to get hurt. So, but I still kind of just stood there. Well, then everybody comes up to, after it's squashed or whatever, and those guys are still staring. Amber's like, let's leave, and I was like, what happened? And she's, nothing. And then I asked the other girl what happened, and she told me that they were talking about me, and I said, about my hair, and she said, yeah, they were talking shit, and I was like, of course. So that kind of made me get a little teary-eyed, but I didn't show it, but I told them, I could take care of myself. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate that, and I love them very much for having my back. And a huge, huge part of me wanted to go over there and give them a massive piece of my mind. But I didn't. And because that would just make me just as small as them. My friends did the right thing for standing up to me, or standing up for me, and I'm very grateful for that. But that's what this has been like. And I'm not ashamed. I'm not gonna be ashamed. I'm not gonna sit here and wear wigs, or wear bandanas, or wear hats. I shouldn't have to. So plain and simple, I shouldn't have to. It's sad that people have that much lack of respect for others, for people's feelings. I mean, I would never pose as to say I have cancer or anything like that, but that's the whole point. For all they know, I could have cancer. And I would never say that I do, because I don't. But for all they know, I could. And they're sitting there making fun of me and laughing because I have no hair. And just, it's pathetic. People have really, this has been a very eye-opening experience, and almost a social experiment, if you will, to the behaviors of people and just how shitty they are. But that's all I gotta say. People suck, they're jerks, but I will prevail, and I will keep doing this. I will not let them take this joy away from me, or this experience. And I will continue to do this for St. Baldrick's, whether it be volunteering, because I am going to grow my hair out and then cut it. But I will be shaving again, and I'm not going to let people ruin this for me. So, that's all. Just came on here to let you guys know what it's been like, and, excuse me, that I'm not going to back down, or listen to all this BS, because I'm above that, and they should be too. And my heart goes out to every cancer patient who has lost their hair, or who has had to deal with this type of rudeness, ridicule, breaking of their self-esteem, of their self-confidence. They're already fighting for their lives, and they have these people just hacking away at their self-image, and I can only imagine how they feel. But that's what's going on. That's what happened tonight. So yeah, I'm really disappointed in society, but it's not the first and it's not the last. I'll be disappointed again over something else. It's always something. But I hope if you're ever one of those people out there that stare or mumble or assume something, that you would take a step back and think that there's something else underneath. When you see someone who has a bald head that's a female, don't automatically assume she's a lesbian or a transgender, which there's nothing wrong with either one of those, or as she's trying to make a fashion statement, think that they might be ill. They might have cancer. Don't, just because you see a girl who is very, very thin, or a man who's very, very thin, or looks anorexic, don't sit there and make fun of them and say that they need to eat or this or that, because they could be going through a severe mental struggle, and you're making it worse. And just there's so many things that people stare and gawk at other people, and I'm not just being specific about cancer, I'm being specific about everything. People are so mean, and they bully, and they laugh, and they stare, and they point, and I don't see why. I cannot comprehend why. Why are people like that? But just think before you talk, think before you act, and take into consideration other people's feelings and the battles that they are going through, inward and outward. But that's all I gotta say. I love you guys, and I will come back to you with an actual grow update. I'm gonna do the great grow again, but this time I really am growing. It's actually grown like a lot. Like, it used to be spiky when I ran my hand through it, and now it's like soft. So it's growing, and I have thick dark hair, so it's definitely growing in. And they can kiss my ass, because I think I look great bald. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.